working in Japan and so forth. And this thing here, it comes from Libya, because every room I walked into, there was a portrait of Gaddafi on the wall. There wasn't one. I went in the toilet and Gaddafi was staring at me. And it's, you know, you go in the hotel, Gaddafi's on the wall. You know, you're in a bar, well, it's not those kind of bars. In a restaurant, Gaddafi's on the wall. You buy a watch, Gaddafi's on your watch. It was crazy. You know, I bought the watch too, just to show everyone, you know. So every time I saw his picture, I had a picture taken, you know, giving it the old Gaddafi stance there. And this, the British Council, they started sending me everywhere. This is in Syria. This is Damascus. And that behind us is the tomb of John the Baptist. So it's like, oh, no way, John the Baptist buried there, man. No way. And in Damascus, probably blown to bits now, you know. Look at how beautiful that place is. You know, amazing, amazing. Everyone was so chilled out and relaxed as well. And I did some workshops with musicians from Syria. You know, they were all great players. They were studying music like yourselves, you know, or, you know, learning how to write and so forth. Then I got offered shows in Darjeeling. This is the best gig I ever did in my life. Not the big, fancy whatevers. 7,000 people, it was big, but 6,000 feet up in the air. And driving up the Himalayas to get to an open square in beautiful place. Indian and Nepalese people, 7,000 of them. And we're headlining it. Nobody's ever heard of us. And we're headlining this festival and treated like kings. Money's no good. What an experience, you know, absolutely beautiful. And this is the train that goes all the way up the Himalayas. It was built by the British military for the officers, really, to convalesce with the altitude you get. You know, it gets cooler up there and so forth. And that's Darjeeling, that's what it looked like on top of the Himalayas, man. 5,000 Nepalese guitarists walking around. It's crazy, mad. Anyway, let's just quit that for just quickly, because I mean, I reckon you guys are probably getting tired now. The amount of you've been sat there and the time's been for 10 minutes. Okay. I mean, I didn't do that much playing. I played you a tune, but you know, it's difficult. There's so much I can go through with you. I could have gone deep into, you know, put it up and gone, well, this is me using, and I moved it, and you know. But sometimes it's better for me to just tell you my story, so that you can look at your own story and think about your path. That you know, is it time for a change? Are you looking for a new inspirations, or are you on the right path? Are we similar in ways? Or are we not? No, I've come back to the phone, so I want to sorry, mate. So I'm going to disconnect from that, from the Wi-Fi and the Bluetooth. Oh, actually, I want Bluetooth on. But where technology is at, even for hardware guys like me, the eventides for me are Bluetooth effects units. Oh, you got to switch it off here. Well, I switched off the Bluetooth anyway, so hopefully I'll switch the Bluetooth on again. It's you can see the phone, can't you? That's okay. I just want them to see. Yeah, so I do switch on that. Play mirroring. Oh, that one there.
Yeah, it's coming now.
Oh, it's coming. Sorry about this. Won't be long now. It's getting hot in here as well, isn't it? What's he doing? Oh, looking for Apple TV, it says. Let's forget that for a second and go to, I think musically, like I said, you know, for me, I'm at that position where I haven't got the finances to do what I want to do, which is quite simply go out and buy Ableton and buy the laptop and buy the fancy audio interface, which is portable, I can have on stage, and it's got 0 latency, and you know, you can do your thing and feel like the response of everything is right. So I have to be careful about what I buy. So, you know, it's like I wait for the sales like everybody else on the phone. Oh, apps are half price. That's my life, you know. Oh, I want to get that Korg. Does anybody use Korg Gadget? Yeah, me. Yeah? Korg Gadget is absolutely fabulous app. I mean, it's an expensive app. Yeah? you know. You're still looking, it's not finding. Yeah, but anyway, I use Code Gadget, and it's like a 30 quid app. That's expensive for an app. You know, I'm buying 199 apps and, you know, 499 at the most. But it's done by one guy who's come up with something that is absolutely fabulous. I mean, I'll show you. Let me just disconnect this for a sec, so we're not having a lot of success. I've got some apps on here that you can accidentally find. Like I've got this one here called Sabre. Does anybody use AC Sabre? Anybody know AC Sabre? Right. Oh, that's good. Because here's me thinking, you know, you guys know more than I do about all this shit. Well, here we go. AC Sabre is a it's a Bluetooth MIDI, so it's wireless MIDI controller. That's all it is. You see those beams? They're the notes, and it operates from your thumb. So when you put your thumb down, it will play whatever note. So it operates in a 180-degree circle. So I can play a solo just by going holding it, and it'll run through the notes. You know, those notes you can see like that. And it'll play whatever you assign. So whatever you got on Ableton or a machine, you assign that sound wirelessly through this, and you can play the solo just with your hand there through the motion movement. And I think that they're going to turn this into a web app. So you know how apps are really going towards web applications, web APIs and stuff like that. You guys know about that kind of stuff? Yeah, because that's really where people want to, not people want to go, but the research is going. Even the guys that work with Ableton are looking at that. That the fact is that we're all stuck in this world of apps, and does it work on my phone, and does it work on the tablet, does it work on, it's all different formats. So they're saying, well, why don't you just access a site through a browser, and then you all use the same app? I mean, there's some artists, there's French artists that I've seen called Chloe, you know, who's been doing stuff where the audience participates with the band, because you can use the web app. Everybody logs on in the audience with a phone, and then you assign them the sound, and then they just play it like this. Maybe off the, because these are all those pads you can assign any parameter to, and then there's shorter boxes on the side too. I would assign some. I mean, I use and synths on here like I shouldn't really be showing you up there, but this one here. Does anybody use Animoog, or Moog as people like to call it? You know, does anyone use Animoog? I mean, it's made by Moog, and it's absolutely fabulous, but it's so easy to assign to any of those controllers internally. But the reason I actually wanted to show you was, if you're using guitars, for instance, I don't have to go to this. You know, I can go to using, does anybody use iClay Multimedia apps, Amplitude or anything like that? Yeah, so, you know, they're affordable, iClay Multimedia, and it has things like Amplitude. I wonder if I can get this. So you can, you know, pick your amp models and buy different kind of Fender style models, and you can buy stomp boxes and, you know, have your effects and turn them on and off and all that. But obviously once you've got your audio interface like this one here, this iRig audio interface, which will have like a, you know, mini output for your stereo output, you know, going to your desk or whatever. It'll also give you a guitar input, and it'll give you an output for a 1/4-inch jack, which can go to an amplifier, so you can monitor as well and stage. Yeah, but that will power USB, the connectors. You get a bunch of connectors, and you power it off here or off your laptop, and you've got an audio interface. Then look at the size of it, you know, light and everything. But the thing about these is you can use something like this, which is called the Blue Board. So this is Bluetooth. Yeah, that's a Bluetooth pedal board, wireless. And then 2 sockets for expression pedals as well, which you can assign. So I could assign any of those. I mean, I'll see if I can, yeah, why not? So to run this, you'd probably have to, you switch it on, and then it, as per usual, Bluetooth flashes, doesn't it? Actually, it comes with an app. So you launch the app. Tap here to connect to your Blue Board. Yeah, it's connected, isn't it? The light's gone constant there. So then you're looking at launching something like amplitude, and yeah, you see the light on the you can see the settings changing, because what I've got this set up for is I can bank up and down for the patches, for the banks of, and 4 of these are assigned to not program changes but control changes, like, you know, things like switching effects on, or maybe one of these other effects where you've got so you've got all these banks of patches and you can change between them and so forth. You know, you can see it's working, no wires. But if you looked at it in terms of what you could use it for, in terms of the instruments you have and your laptop and stuff, well, it's just a Bluetooth. You just download an app that will make it compatible with you know, a MacBook Pro or something like that. But that's for me. You know, look at the cabling I've got down here and how light this is, and being able to assign anything on another lap like that and stick it in my bag and go on and play. And the sounds are decent. The only problem with things like this, and I can tell because, and you probably can as well, you know, if especially if you play an instrument, that the response of these things, there's the latency. There always is. It's overlooked all the time. But as soon as you play it, and, you know, especially with the guitar, and I listen to the audio interface, and I go, there's a slight delay. I can hear it, ever so fractionally. But we kind of forget about it sometimes because we, you know, it's the sacrifice you make for the music that you're putting out. But has anybody got any more questions? I've only really had one question as such. But
what's your biggest highlight in a career?
Highlights? Well, I mean, one was that Darjeeling thing, you know, playing in Darjeeling was just, and, you know, that's what music would do for you. You can have all the money in the world, but playing a festival in Darjeeling, headlining it, that's only comes through music. You know, playing with different people, places, it's all a one big highlight. I'm on such a natural high all the time through music.
Did you think at what point do you think, oh, I've really made it now?
Really made it?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, some people say I'm on my way out right now, but I'm kind of like a 52-year-old trapped in a, well, I'm a 52-year-old trapped in a 52-year-old's body, but I've got the kind of mind of a 17, 18-year-old. I just feel like I've not made my statement. A statement as in, I've got music to write, I've got sound and albums to do, I've got limited time to do it in, and I need to get that music out just as you do. Don't waste any time, you know. Everything I do is going out. It's like, why am I watching this band? I should be at home writing my music. I should be gigging. I'm the one who should. Why am I? There's watchers and there's writers and players, you know. I don't actually like watching bands. I especially don't watch guitar bands because the influence of it is such that sometimes I see it and I go, that's not what I want to do. Because I always see the conventional. That's why I always see using the same chords, the same scales. And I don't want to go that way. I want to find new things. So I don't want to be influenced by that, but I do want to be influenced by vocals and by horn instruments and other string instruments and people who are using technology and the sounds they're creating, hence why I buy certain. I mean, like this is like a granular delay unit. It's absolutely superb. It does all manner of weird things and makes weird, and I love experimenting, only because I was influenced by DJs, not because I was influenced by guitarists. Because the sounds that I hear now are just amazing, and I'm thinking, how can I do that from my perspective? Because this is what makes my sound unique. So if I went away from the guitar, it would be wrong, because I'd be like a beginner in a world already saturated with guys who are masters like yourselves, who already know that. Spent so much time on it, so it's for me, this is what this is about. I'm only showing you my approach and a few little insights, because there's so much here that, you know, I could go through, you know, link up this Bluetooth controller for these white Eventide units and then go through the sounds, and you'd see what amazing sounds that, and I've created some of songs and stuff of my own. But I'm just saying, this is my approach. It's unique to me, so you need to look at your own approach and look at what it is that you use that is unique to you, and kind of say, you know, well, so-and-so's using that, so-and-so's using that, so why is mine any different? Obviously, your personality and the music you write is different, but you have to look at how to make that even more exaggerated, and you know, to make your own mark, make your own print. That's all I've been showing you, is me making my own mark and my own, and that journey that I've been on from old school, because obviously I'm a lot older than you guys, and it's like, you know, playing since I never chose music, but since I went professional in 86, 87 with Simply Red, people were giving me money to play. I'm getting paid. And to this day, but to keep it interesting, you know, I move on, learn new things, new technologies. But I think we should call it a day there. Yeah, it's quite a long session. Yeah, long session. So thanks so much for coming. It was really nice that you came down, actually. You know, I mean, I would have still done the same thing if it'd been 1, 2 people, but it's nice that you all came and said hello and everything. I'm not going anywhere, because obviously it's going to take me ages to pat this stuff down. So if you have actually got, it's always the case, someone's always got questions afterwards. But there's no worries, I'll answer anything you want. I share whatever I got, it's not a problem. But thanks so much, for having me. Pleasure. Thank you.